Hey y'all, tea. It's called Breathe Easy, or yeah, breathe better, breathe lungs. Heal your lungs. Here's cheers, yeah. I made this like an hour ago and it's been sitting there the whole time. For such a time as this, that we can share this time together, okay? Well, you know, things are changing, aren't they? Things are changing. How are you changing? Times are changing. Everything is changing, but especially, I think I'm changing. There's kind of a metamorphosis going on with me. Over the past 6 months, 7 months, you know, getting used to being solo again, and then having some repeats happening that can be really discouraging. If you're on my Facebook, you'll know, and I don't even want to go into it too much, but yeah, they can be discouraging. But you know what happens? It's so cool and bizarre that it literally, what happens is it's like leapfrog. Like I'll be here waiting, and then something happens. What happens with those moments that can be so discouraging, you know, like really negativity, really like psycho people coming at, one psycho person coming after me, it makes me, give me a day. And then what happens is it's like a leapfrog. Boom. I am actually more motivated by that. Oh my gosh. Yes, it's like, it really like gets me going. It's almost so shocking that it almost is like, it like slaps me back in place. So thank you. You know who you are, you know? Thank you for helping me to leap forward, right? Okay. But you know, there's a lot of things happening in the world. My goodness. One thing I was going to tell you about, and let me just do a brief, maybe a 5 minutes on this. I was going to talk about BLM, the Bureau of Land Management, and their new rules, BLM rules, went through a couple days ago. And so I did some research on it, but it was almost like, I was like, what? It's almost legalese, you know? I don't know. Do you remember the name John Podesta? I mean, a lot of you do, right? Yeah. Yeah. But I did not know he was chief advisor, to, our president. Yeah. Ooh. So, and I guess he was very instrumental in putting these rules together. Well, it looks like what they're going to do is look at the conservation end of BLM, that area, not the end, but that area. Now, BLM land has been used. It is, in case you didn't know, briefly, because I've talked about this just a couple of days ago, I did. BLM is a Bureau of Land Management. It is it's a government division, and it has been put in place since 1947. That's 77 years ago. I've got a good memory. I'm good with numbers. I love numbers. Okay. Side note. Yeah. And so I remember numbers. Sometimes I remember numbers, more than names. So, what they do is they manage all of the undeveloped land. There's like almost 250 million acres of BLM land, public lands that are not in use and they've not been developed. Most of them are on the West Coast, okay? But they have been used for many things. Conservation, one of them, wildlife, another one, recreation, which would include a lot of nomads and all of you out there that want to take vacations, and you can go park on BLM land. It's undeveloped. There's no toilets, water, things like that on it. It's just undeveloped land. And then they've also been using it for mining and energy, which would include what? Probably drilling for oil. Well, the new rule states that they're going to use this land now they're going to concentrate on restoring and conservation. And the main key ingredient is they're going on because of climate change, okay? And degradation of the land. Well, what they're going to be doing is giving, I don't know, do they sell? See, that's just what I couldn't figure out. They're giving leases to people, nonprofits, and to energy companies and things like that, that will, for restoring the land, okay? Maybe I do know more than I thought I did. I didn't know if this is all just kind of regurgitating out. So I guess maybe I did learn something because I've been reading. Well, there's a couple different types of leases, and I forget what the one is called, starts with an M. But I could not find out, are they going to sell the leases? Or are they going to, maybe they can apply for a lease for certain parts of the land to put back together for what, blah, blah, blah. Well, it sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? It really does. But I don't know. I'm not totally believing it because it sounded a lot like legalese. And it sounded good in word and deed, right? In word, but in deed, I'm not so sure. So here's what I'm thinking, everybody. There's going to be coming down the pike. There's going to be some major changes for nomads and for vacationers, because a lot of people, they still have their homes. They're not full-time van dwellers, but they still have their homes. But in the winter, they might come from the east and use BLM land, for the winter or just for a vacation. And a lot of people rent RVs. You can rent them, and use them and go park for free. Usually on BLM, you can park 14 days free, and then you have to move. You have to go 25 miles away, and then you can do it again. And then you can come back, I think, in 30 days, something like that. Okay. So, yeah, I think there's going to be some changes coming up. They're going to be closing a lot of BLM down because they, under the guise, whether it's true or not, I'm not, what do I know? But I do know how the government works these days, and you cannot believe a lot of what they say. So, I mean, I think we all can kind of agree on that, no matter what side you're on. And I think what they're going to do, they're going to be closing a lot of it down under the guise of we're conserving, we're restoring. But what I would like, what I was thinking to do is I want to apply for a lease. I want to see how this goes. You'd have to become like a nonprofit, and I wonder if they're selling them or whatever. So that's it on the BLM. I will be quiet about it now. And I guess we can just wait and see. Let me know in comments if you have anything to add to that. I'm curious about these leases. I really am. And energy companies can put in for a lease and get a lease, however they're going to get it. I'm not sure how you get one. That's my real question. But, and they can go in and restore. But I don't, since they're really pushing for electric cars, this might be one way, and then I really will shut up, might be one way to stop the drilling in this country so that we really do have to depend on other countries. Okay, what's next? Now that I gave my opinion. Yeah, cheers. Yeah. One thing I wanted to mention, and I mentioned it before, but it really is like, boop, in my face, is the fact that I have simplified my life. I feel like my life is so simple now. Oh my gosh. Even with doing episodes every day and talking to y'all, and I've got, plans to go here, go there. I've just been kind of getting used to the elevation for a while. Yeah. And doing a lot of resting. I've been getting like 9 hours of sleep. Oh my gosh, every night. But my home is so simple now. And what I did was I left a lot of my stuff that was in storage. I still have my storage unit in Tucson because it's cheaper than here. I wasn't going to drag everything up here. Some of the stuff I could have used, but I figured, no, I'm just going to leave it. because to get another storage, it was twice the amount for half the space. So what I've done is I have just simplified my space also. I'm not carrying a lot of things with me. I'm really not. And I just love it. I actually am spending more time taking my time. Isn't that make sense? Because of, I had the bronchitis. And I couldn't go fast. Well, guess what? It really, kind of, because it was they say a habit is formed after like repeatedly doing it over 14 days, something like that, 14, 18 days. Then it starts really becoming a habit. And then once it keeps going on and on and on, it becomes part of your life. It's really hard to let that go, which is one reason I usually go to the gym every day. I've been doing it for so long that it's a part of me now. But going slower and taking my time, I think it's really become a habit, and I think it's going to be moving me on through. It's just my way of life. And I like it so much better. I really don't feel any need to be rushing around for anything. And neither should you. We don't need to rush around. If we're rushing around, well, then we don't have our priorities straight, possibly, or it's just not good. We want to torture ourselves, I guess, possibly. But I'm not going fast anymore. I'm just taking my time and making sure that I have everything I just take my time. I'm not like, oh, moving this around. Oh, this guy. No, I'm just taking my time and I'm going, how does everything look? Before I leave my van in the morning, I want to know how's everything? Does it look good? And I feel so much better. I feel like I want to be here again. And I'm really enjoying my space. And I love the space that I have up there in the front too. So that's something I just wanted to mention, that I did simplify things before, but now they're really coming together. And I love it. I love it. Okay. Another thing too is my eating. Yeah, my eating. I talked on one of my episodes about, I talked about you should really, I didn't get that many views on that video. So, our modern day, our nomads, really modern day explorers. And it's good to do hard things. You didn't flock to that one. And that actually is a really good video. So I'm going to leave the link for that, and then watch us all the way through, please. And try to watch all of my episodes all the way through. It really does help support me. But you really should go watch that one. It's a fun video. And I really had those aha moments from one of your letters, one of your comments. And I remember your last name was Cooper. Was it Carl Cooper? Maybe. But it really made me think. And it really opened up this aha moment. Yeah. It's okay to do hard things. It helps us to live longer. So please go watch that video. But I did talk about the food issues in this nation, that we are being given substandard food because our government still allows, the FDA still allows up to 1,000 very toxic chemicals that is going into our food that other nations, they've banned. And so food manufacturers have to make two versions. One for the Americans, so we can all, die. And then the other version that they can stay healthy, right? And they've proven that is so. Because they compared the ingredients of something they might send to Germany as opposed to what we're eating. And the list of ingredients are this long for Americans and this long for in Europe, because it's just natural foods. They banned all these other things. Well, I've really simplified. I took to heart on that. And so what I've been doing is in the morning eating very, very simple. Well, this morning I had the 3 eggs. I buy 6. They're $1.50 right now. They keep changing. So right now, in Arizona, they're $1.50 for 6 eggs. They're just medium. They say large, but they look medium to me. And I'm cooking 3 of them. Now, I don't have any refrigeration. So I'm sorry, but I do get rid of the 3 eggs. Who am I going to give them to? You know, yeah. And it's still a good price for 3 eggs, $1.50. If I was going to go to a restaurant and have somebody prepare them for me, for 2 eggs anywhere, it's like $3.99 for just 2 eggs. If that's what you want, a side order, 2 eggs. And that's really all I want. And then I get a little cheese and put some cheese on it. Oh my gosh. And then I scramble them, and it's almost like a scrambled omelet, if that makes sense. A scrambled omelet. It's an omelet that's been tore up. I tear it up. And it's really good. But I'll tell you what, it's very, very filling. Oh my goodness, very filling. I mean, it's going to be a while before I could even eat. Eggs to me, if I eat an egg, I always, if I'm going to eat eggs, I have to like tell myself, now, do you really want to not eat again for like 5 hours? Because that's what's going to happen. And I really can't eat for like 4 or 5 hours ever. It doesn't feel good to eat any and pile anything on it. I've got to get the eggs moved through. Move them through, yeah. And then I've been doing the bullet. And one of you suggested that I get, instead of having to run to the store to get a little teeny pint of milk, which I was doing, it was like $1.58 for a pint of milk, to get powdered milk. So I looked at Walmart. First I couldn't find it. I thought, oh my gosh, where's powdered milk? But they had powdered low-fat milk. And yay, they had powdered whole milk, which I'm a whole milk girl. This low-fat thing that they shoved down our throats, when was it? The 80s, the 90s, whatever? That's what's been making everybody so fat and unhealthy, because they took out the fat, but they added a lot of sugar. And sugar is literally like poison to our bodies. And it can turn on like mutated cells inside of us into cancer cells. They're proving that. Okay, this isn't, this is science now, okay? So I pretty much have cut out almost all. I mean, of course, we're going to get some sugar, but almost all sugar. Yeah. I've cut it out. No more candy, no more stuff like that, no more ice cream cones, no more candy bars. Yeah. The other day I did buy some Jell-O. It just looks so good. There's sugar in it, but that was every once in a while. Okay. So what I'm trying to do, what I'm doing, I'm not just trying, like Yoda said, do not try, do not try, do, or something like that. Well, I'm keeping all of my foods simple. Simple. And, the eggs are eggs. I mean, I know maybe the chickens aren't as healthy, but it is an egg. It's an egg. And I don't know if there's any other ingredients in an egg except an egg. Now, when I do my bullet, I've got the powdered milk, and I put a banana in there. And then what I've been doing is like, I got the cups. I got these cups. And I get it in 100% juice. I don't want anything with stevia in it. Stevia gives me gas. And it doesn't feel good. It's not just farting and burping, okay? It literally blows up my stomach and it hurts. So I can't take stevia. And I can't take aspartame either, which is really, that like is poison for your brain. But that would make me gas up too. So I get these in 100% juice. I got peaches, mangoes, and, excuse me, and this is, I think, mandarin oranges. I haven't done one with mandarin oranges yet, but I do like mandarin oranges, yeah, for a little treat. And then I got some unsweetened applesauce, and so I can make it, and I got the bananas. I try to find the individual bananas that look a little sweeter than the rest. This looks good. It's nice and firm. It's not soft. And putting a banana in there. And there's my smoothie. It's good protein. I'm not getting a lot of greens right now. That I will work on. I will work on that. And then what I've been doing is I'm kind of dumping Campbell's and Progresso because I don't know what's in it. I think there's a bunch of crap in there. And so I've been buying, this is Amy's organic lentil vegetable, and then possibly doing a soup. And that's about it. I'm eating very, very simple. And I'm eating very, I'm not eating that much either. I did weigh myself today at the gym. And yeah, I have taken off a good 10 pounds since I got bronchitis. I'm starting to eat more, so I thought maybe I'd be putting a little bit more back on, maybe here and there, maybe a pound or so, but no. I actually lost another pound, so I guess this is simple food. This is just simple food, and we'll see how it all coordinates in the next month or two. We'll see what happens with that. I may have lost muscle also because I wasn't working out much. So when you lose muscle, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. So this is my life right now. Let me see if there was one other thing, anything else that I wanted to, oh, and then the last thing I was going to talk about is I am totally isolated up here. Well, I mean, I see people, but as far as like, I really don't have any friends up here right now. Yeah, nobody that I want to be friends with. There's one gal who befriended me and really, you know, like became quite evil. I see her here. Yeah, I see her, but no, there would be no connection. Once something like that, no, I learned my lesson. I'm older now. And if you weren't my friend, who I thought you were my friend, and you turned out to be anything but my friend, there's no second chance on that. Oh my gosh, no. So, you know, she tried to say something to me the other day, and it was a perfect storm. We both were walking into a Walmart, and I just walked in, and no, there's no going back. When you are betrayed, no, there's no going back. You have to go no contact, and you know, there's too many other people out there. So, but my point is, I guess, whoops, I went off on that one. My point is, I am, in sort of a seclusion here, but you know what? That's why I say there's so much change going on. There's like a metamorphosis going on. I'm, unmerging myself, and I have unmerged myself from my last relationship, the breakup, and I've healed from it. I mean, yeah, I'm healed. And but now there's a metamorphosis. I'm becoming, the authentic Lee is coming back out again. There's no merging of ideas. When you're in a relationship, there's sort of a merging of ideas, belief systems, and all that. I mean, because you're together and you wanna have the same opinions and you wanna get along and everything. No, so I'm more myself again, and I think that's really my comfort place, just to be authentic and just to be me, my own thoughts without interference from somebody else's ideas. They're my ideas, and yeah, I like this. So this is more of a, like, I'm just reporting to you. This is what's going on. And I know that a lot of you want to know that, and you want to be in the loop. And I really appreciate you guys. I really, really, really do. Yeah, you are my connection to the world. Other than that, I mean, I talked to a waiter, waitress. I talked to somebody here and there. But for the most part, I'm reading. And I'm getting closer and closer every day. And I look at things, and you know what? I just enjoy myself by watching a movie here and there. Yeah. Still watching King of Queens. I'm not done with that whole series yet. And I still watch Survivor. I've watched every Survivor possible. But there's a new season out, and I can get it on one of the channels that I've subscribed to. It's like, I think it's Paramount Plus. It's through Amazon Prime videos. And so today I just watched another episode of the ongoing season. That's different. This year on... let me know if you're a Survivor fan. I am. Oh, my gosh. And, boy, this year's different, isn't it? Wow, everything is so... These people are intense. Oh, my goodness. It's not... It's like they're approaching Survivor totally different. I've never seen anything like it before. Let me know what you think about it. And I think I've come to my end here. So, I love you guys. I appreciate you, like I said. And just give you, if you want to go to minivanlee.com, click on gifts if you want to support me. $5 is fine. $10 is fine if you want to support me. And I appreciate it. And a lot of people do support their beloved YouTube channel creators. Am I your beloved? Okay. And then I got the book, and that's on Amazon. Type in Minivan Lee. It will come up. And make sure you're subscribed. Okay? I will see you tomorrow. I'll have something cool to talk about. Okay? Bye, everybody. I love you. I really, really